Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Veterinary Review. Getting ready to give you guys the final review of the McFarlane Frost King Build-A-Figure wave, which of course is the Build-A-Figure itself, the Frost King. And of course I've just finished completing reviews for the other guys that you need to collect to build this guy. And I do like puzzles, but I may not be the best at them, so we're going to get started and go ahead and see if we can put this guy together. Pull that flap up right there to get this piece in. It barely gets in there. And it gets hindered by the back part of the flap right there. Yeah, I think that's as far as the end as it's going to get. I played around with this a little bit off camera, but these pegs do not seat in securely. You just, if you move the legs around too much, it's going to flop out. Like so. We can just pull this up. There you go, got that one in there. Okay, now let's try the other one. It just stops kicking out. I might be able to get it in there. Are you in there? Are you in there? Feels like it's in there. Just do that snap down just to check it, but nope, it's not on there. I feel like it keeps getting pushed off by the rubber piece right there. I gotta get in there just a little bit, and they get pushed off. So. See, it gets on there just a little bit, and then it falls off. That's a bit of a bummer. I've probably pushed this skirt up as far as possible to get that in there. See what we can do with the arms. Take a little break from that because my hands are starting to cramp up. Put the right arm in there. That pegs in pretty good. Put the left arm in there. That pegs in. Okay. So we're most of the way there. I'm going to try for this leg again. Hopefully he can go ahead and behave for me so I can get this leg on here. Feels like it's on there. Okay, I think it's on there. Man, that is a struggle right there. Does the skirt not slide up any further? Well, I have the leg on, I believe, guys. I believe I have it on. But because the hips are so wide, the skirt is kind of like pushing the legs back off, which sucks. But we're going to keep going, see what else we can get out of this guy. Just please don't let the legs get pushed off again. Then we're going to put the cape on. That seat's in there pretty securely. I like the way that cape felt going on. Then we're going to try to put the head on. Yeah. Oh man, the neck joint is bending. Crap. I'm going to have to take the cape off just to get the head on there, because I feel like the head's in the way with the hair and everything. See, darn neck joint is bending really bad. Probably should have made that like a little bit looser, a little bit stronger neck joint for this guy. Man, fellas, you know, I know we got a lot of us guys out there know that problem when you're trying to. Man, yeah, see how I was bending right there? That is starting to get just a little bit annoying. Come on, guys. I believe I got it on. Yes. Patience is a virtue, and the leg came off. Gosh. All that rage brewing inside of me. Okay, let's see if I can sit on there for a little while. Okay. For the most part, I have this guy together. Oh, come on, that leg. Come on, McFarlane. We're gonna get it together, guys. This may not be my best review ever, but we're gonna get there eventually. Okay. I think it's on there, but I don't know if it's gonna stay. And we have the Frost King for the most part. Put his cape on. He's a pretty tall looking guy. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just for aesthetic wise, looks pretty good. Let's get a sword in his hand. Come on, just a little bit deeper, and there we are. I think that's gonna work. Yeah, that is the Frost King in all of his glory. Took a whole total of about 8 minutes to get him together, but there he stands before you guys. Pretty good looking figure. I definitely feel like this meets my aesthetic goal as far as like trying to have my own like a discount King Lofty for my Thor shelf. But let's do a quick few comparisons just to see what he looks like with the rest of his wave. We have the Endless Winter Batman. Oops. Don't fall, don't fall. And the Endless Winter Black Adam right there. Endless Winter Green Lantern. And we also have the Endless Winter Princess Diana. I don't know why I keep calling her Princess Diana, even though her boxing says Wonder Woman, but that's how they all look together. Not a bad setup. Definitely feel like this was worth the money for the most part because I definitely do enjoy the Green Lantern and Black Adam figures. And Frost King does meet my aesthetic value need of what I needed for my Thor shelf. But alas, go ahead and bring these guys back out. Put in a few more characters. Just for comparison, I just want to put him beside my Build-A-Figure Doomsday that I made back in the day. Collected back in the day. As you guys can see, Frost King is a bit taller than Doomsday. This kind of tells me that they need to create a new McFarlane Doomsday, probably somewhere down the line, or maybe a Build-A-Figure. But he does capture like a big guy value, so, and just also for good measure, put him beside Superman. So yeah, those guys look together. And then put him beside some 6-inch figures. We have the 6-inch Renew Your Vow Spidey and the 6-inch DC Universe Batman right there from the Batman vs Superman movie. So he's a pretty tall guy, but I definitely feel like he can go in scale, obviously, with some 6-inch figures. Looks like they could go pretty good together if you want to put him beside some as a villain for some Marvel Legends size figures. Pretty good. And now let's get down to brass tacks and see what this guy can do. Obviously, you guys know that the legs have issues as far as like staying on, and the skirt piece is kind of like hindering them and also pushing them off if you try to move the legs around. So I'll try my best not to let this guy fall to pieces on me. So for articulation, head doesn't look up very far, of course, because he has this hair and the cape right there, so his head does not look up very far. Looks down just a smidge. It's a little bit of side-to-side motion. Oops. And his head came off. Great. Just great. We'll take the cape off for the rest of the review. I don't think he needs it, really. Now, hopefully I don't lose my mind trying to put the head back on. But we'll see. Mine is a terrible thing to waste. Oh, it looks like it went back on there. Okay. So the head is back on. We're back into the review. Okay. So yeah, a little bit of side-to-side motion right there. Not a whole lot, but I don't think he really needs it. Shoulder pads are on like a small rubbery piece right there on the shoulders, attached right there. So they move with him as he moves his arms up and down. Of course, his arms stop right there because the shoulder pads kind of connect to his, will hit against his head or his neck area, so shoulders can't go up very far. They do go all the way around though. He's on the, I think that is a butterfly joint inside right there. Yeah, he gets the up and down motion, like so. Yeah, it has the wind up butterfly joint inside of the torso or chest piece here. He has a single jointed elbow that stops a little bit below 90 degrees right there. And he has sort of reminiscent of a Marvel Legends joint right here. It's just an up and down motion right there that goes into his hand with like a disc. But of course his hand does rotate. So that's pretty decent. And he has a, I'd say midsection or maybe waist cut right here with this sort of like loose joint right here. It's kind of like a torso joint. So yeah, I guess that works. It goes side to side and gives him a little bit of a bob to his walk. Gives him a swagger walk. And then, of course, as you get down to his legs, he has the capability for his thighs to kind of like rotate inside right there. From like an upper / inner thigh cut inside. So that is a capability if the legs don't fall off on you. They can kick out pretty far. So not too bad there. Kicks forward about that much, but is hindered, of course, because of the skirt deal. And he has a double jointed knee that allows it to bend pretty far for a bigger figure. So it gets about that much range of motion right there. No boot cut or anything, but it does have a very much Marvel Legends reminiscent up and down ankle joint with a bit of ankle pivot right there. So very much Marvel Legends kind of style right there on this joint, on this figure particularly. And of course he has the toe articulation as well. So yeah, not a bad figure overall. It's just the difficulty with putting him together and trying to get around this skirt piece right here that kind of ruined him a little bit for me, but not too much. Just gonna push on his leg a little bit to try and make sure it's more securely in there. But overall, he does look pretty good. good aesthetic value, nice detailing and sculpting as far as like the fur and the paints all the way through. The ice kind of deal right here on his gauntlets, or this gauntlet, and then on his shoulders. So yeah, it does definitely look like he could be a frost giant king, you know, and that's what I wanted. That's why I wanted this figure. So yeah, as I mentioned before, in a previous Black Adam video, I do believe these little lightning bolts deals can kind of double as like a ice effect. So you can kind of like, you know, maybe if I can put this over his hand, kind of make it look like he's like shooting a growing ice out of his knuckles or something like that to attack somebody with. So that's cool. But yeah, for the most part, I believe he does serve his purpose. So I am pretty satisfied with this figure. I don't play with them like most of people in my life would probably assume. So I'm just gonna, like, you know, just put him on my shelf and pose him up with his frost giants or ice giants from the Witcher wave. I have 2 of those on my shelf. I'm just gonna pose them up behind him on my shelf to kind of give us like the frost giant or Jotunheim kind of look that I'm going for on my shelf for my Thor figures. But other than that, I believe I paid maybe about $45-50 for the entire wave, so it wasn't too bad. I get 5 figures plus a big size builder figure guy to complete another shelf of another characters. So not a bad value. Not a bad value. I feel like it was worth it, because I'm not gonna be posing him in very dynamic poses. He's pretty much gonna be like pretty much just like this most of the time. So yeah. If you guys liked the video, in spite of the fumbling around trying to get his legs on and everything, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, and I will be back with another McFarlane review either tomorrow or the next day. I do believe I'm going to start alternating back and forth between McFarlane and Marvel Legends figure reviews, and eventually I will start warming myself up and I will start getting to the Transformers reviews. So I do have a pile of Transformers over in the corner as well that I need to get to work on. Trying to clear up my 4th space a little bit. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Later.